Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're having a great holiday season. Just want to give you some updates real quick. Next year, I have a goal for next year. My goal is to do more live broadcasts and more giveaways, okay? I want to give you guys more stuff. So be looking for that. Join my Facebook group, okay? It's the official Cooking with Jack group, all right? Join that. And then that's where I'll be doing my live broadcasting. And that's where and if you don't have a Facebook account, well, guess what? Then you're probably not going to get anything. You're probably not going to see live broadcasts. You don't have a Facebook account. That's fine. You don't have to have a Facebook account. It's okay. But if you do, join my group and I'll let you know when things are happening, all right? I want to be a little more interactive with you guys next year. I want to have more conversations. I want to do more things, and once again, giveaways. That's my number one push for next year. So that's my thought process. Now, my second thought process is how freaked out I am about this goose that I'm cooking. I've lost sleep over this. I've never cooked a goose in my life. I'm thinking I've cooked turkeys beyond, but I've never cooked a goose. That's way different. So I went through recipe after recipe after recipe. These people who write these recipes, there's so many steps involved. And I thought, you know what? People watch my show, they don't want to do hard stuff. They want the lazy man recipe. So I'm going to try to do a lazy man version. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you if I succeeded, where I fell short, and all that. And you can copy, alter, and twist it up. But I'm going to make it simple. My wife said, why don't you're known for lazy recipes, lazy man recipes. So do a lazy man Christmas goose. So I'm like, okay. I mean, the goose still was on Bob Cratchit's table. So we're just going to do a lazy version, make it easy for you to cook. If you don't know where to get a goose, you can order it through the mail, like through the internet. They'll freeze it and send it to you. You can order it through your stores. I'm sure Whole Foods will get you one. Publix got me one. It's a little pricey, it's somewhere around $60 for a small one, and that's the one I'm doing today. So let's get started and let's show you the lazy man version. And yes, don't worry, Hennessy will be in this recipe. That's right, I do cook with alcohol, beer and wine, and the hard stuff because there's a little hint of flavor and all that stuff. And especially during the holidays, it seems like they put a lot of alcohol in the holidays. I don't know why. You know them English, right? So anyway, come on in close and I'll show you what I'm doing. But I want to talk about a few items. First of all, Hennessy. I learned something. I don't know anything about alcohol. Okay? So I very seldom cook with alcohol, so I don't know the terminology and everything, but it said you need to use all the recipes were using French brandy. Okay? Now, you may know this already, but a French brandy is a cognac. And I guess cognac is an area in France. So this is a cognac. It's by Hennessy. And they said use the PV version. I think it's PV or PVOS or something like that. I don't even know. It's a special version. So talk to the person at the liquor store before you do this recipe and get the right one. This is the one I'm using. So that's going to be, that'll probably be a part of the glaze. And maybe I'll drizzle it on some of the stuff I'm putting inside the bird. Okay? Put that off to the side. Let's talk about this. Prunes. Not a lot of people like prunes. You can leave this out. You can put raisins. You can put other things in there that you want. I liked prunes in my plum pudding. I could taste these. They're very strong. These are the pitted whole prunes, okay? So what I did was I bought more. I like the flavor they set off. It was enjoyable, so I'm going to put some of these in the cavity of the bird. Now let's move this over. I got a few apples, some Gala apples. I've always been a fan of Gala apples. I'm going to probably just chop these in quarters and stick them in the bird. And then mandarin oranges. I have no idea why I chose this. Once again, this is a first for me. I've literally developed this Lazy Man recipe. It could suck really bad, or it could be the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. But we're going to take some orange wedges, some citrus, put it in the cavity of the bird, and hopefully that will cook into the meat. All right? And that's about it for inside the bird. It's going to be real simple. It's not a stuffing. It's more like seasoning and fruits. So you got the sage, the rosemary, recipes down below, mandarin oranges, prunes, apples, and a little bit of that baby. All right, so let's get this thing started and I will start cooking. Okay, first thing you want to do is take the bird out. You need it to get to room temperature. It's cold right now. It's been in the fridge. It's been defrosting for a day or two and kept in the fridge. And now it's time. We're going to give it about 30 minutes to come to room temperature. Okay, so we're going to put this baby over here. We'll deal with the bird in a minute. Take your orange wedges and just drop them in here in a container. I mean, this is how I'm doing it. You choose to do it in a Ziploc or another container. I don't care. It's all good. That's what they look like. They're pitted already. Just put a few of those in here. Put that in there. Whoops. Did a seed just fall in there? I hope not. Got your apples. Got your oranges. Got your prunes in here, okay? You want to add anything else? Have at it. I'm going to open my Hennessy right now. I only need about a quarter cup for the glaze. So maybe half a cup. So I'm going to just pour a little bit of Hennessy in here. There we go. Save the rest for the glaze. I don't need that much anyway. All right, and just let that saturate while the bird's defrosting. Then we'll open the bird, stuff the bird, season the bird, or we'll season the bird, then stuff the bird. That's what we're gonna do. See, I'm figuring it as I go. All right. Whew, cognac is strong. Well, here's the lid for this. So put the lid on tight. And I'll say, like, every minute, shake it around every minute so you get those flavors in the cognac. There you go. That's it. It's just, I probably put in 4 ounces of the cognac. Put this off to the side. You can put it in the fridge if you want, but I'm going to be putting it in the bird and roasting it, so I really don't care about keeping it cold right now. Right now, I just want to get the flavors all together. So let's take it to the bird now. Let's go to that step. So your bird's about 15 minutes defrosted so far, coming to room temperature. You got your inside the bird, jumbling it around every few minutes. Make sure it stays flavored. Let all those citrus flavors get into the alcohol. Let the alcohol get into the citrus. So anyway, we're going to make I'm using a mason jar. We're going to make our glaze. Let's see if I can pour everything into this jar without spilling it all. This is just, once again, making it as I go along, keeping it lazy, keeping it flavorful. This glaze does include sugar. You can use honey. You can use your sugar substitutes if you don't want to use sugar, but I want the glaze, the shininess on my bird. And unfortunately, I haven't found anything that acts like sugar. So I'm using brown sugar in this glaze, okay? All right, guys, so you can see a little steam from the butter that we just zapped. Gonna pour that in here. There we go. Got the butter in there. Going to break up my brown sugar, make sure put that in there. Get your apple cider vinegar, pour that in there. Okay. Put your cinnamon in there. And take your Hennessy cognac, which is your French brandy, and put that in there. There we go. Now let me get a lid for this, because you're gonna shake it up. Get it all shaken. So I may have made too much inside stuff. So let's try it out. I'm gonna start jamming apples and oranges in there. Making sure we got everything in there. Apples and oranges. Because I want the apples and oranges in most. So everything else is the prunes or just kind of like extra stuff. And I'm jamming in there. Alright. All in there. Jam it all in there. Okay guys, first we're going to salt it. So let's do that right now. And do it according to your liking for seasoning. If you don't like it real salty, don't use it. Use very little. Go with a different one. I'm doing a lazy version so that everybody has an oven and everybody has salt and pepper. I recommend use sea salt, don't use table salt. It's totally different. The flavor's different. Even if you want to do Himalayan pink salt, I'd rather have that than table salt. There we go. So he's all salted. So we're cooking this. The directions are down below, but we're cooking this at 400 for an hour. Then we're dropping to 325 and cooking it the rest of the way between 170 and 175. Then we take the bird out. That's an internal temperature, 170, 175. Now don't freak if you have a slight pink to the meat. It's okay. I've read every website says it's okay. So USDA says it's okay. With Goose, it's okay. There is such a thing as medium rare on Goose, but I'm going to 170 to 175. Everybody mainly recommends that. So we got that side done, right? Now we're just going to flip it. Do the same thing. Oh, get that liver out of here. I forgot that. Got the heart, got the neck out, not the liver. Gotta go. Okay, the last thing you want to do is just take a knife, and you got to be careful. You don't want to cut the meat, but you want to just score little cross marks in the skin. Okay? You want to do it on the breast area, just little spots, because what that's going to do is let the fat render from the skin. It's going to release a lot of juices. So just give it a quick little score. And then what you're going to do while this is cooking, every 15, 30 minutes, take the drippings and baste it back onto the bird, okay? Not the glaze, we're not glazing yet, okay? So, once again, 1 hour, 400 degrees. After that, drop it down to 325 until it's done cooking between 170 and 175, okay? Every 15 to 30 minutes, take a baster and baste, or take a brush and brush, I don't care. But take the drippings that this bird's going to release and put it back onto the bird just to keep it moist and wonderful. From what I heard, the breast meat is usually drier than the leg. To get the legs cooked, the breast meat comes out a little bit drier. It's still good, still delicious. So this is all my research. So, okay guys, if you look at the bird, you'll see a lot of fat coming off the bird. And I'm just sucking that up right now. And I'm putting it back onto the bird. We're a few minutes away from doing the glaze. Well, a few minutes away from being done, so we gotta do the glaze now. That's what I'm trying to say. Trying to do two things at once. Guys can't do that. Women can, but guys can't. Alright, so let's bring the glaze over here. I microwave the glaze to get the brown sugar off again, and there we go. That's my alarm. Now we want it to go to 170. Yeah, about 170. All right, so let's get this close as we can. Let's dip it in, start brushing everything. Got the sugars from the sugar. Got the sugar from the alcohol. Well, there you go, guys. There it is right there. I'm guessing you cut it like a turkey or a chicken. It's a bird. It's got the breast meat and everything. I'm just going to kind of do what I normally do. Just going to cut a big slice out of the breast meat. We'll take a look at it, okay? Hold the bird here. All right. I was told there could be pink. There's a little bit more pink. I'm thinking like medium rare right here. So let's cut that out. If you don't like medium rare, go to 175 or 180. Okay? This seems to come out. See? Beautiful. A little bit of pink. That's okay. That's more of a medium rare, the way I like my steaks and everything else. So that's how I choose to eat it. Okay, guys, this smelled amazing the whole time it cooked. The basting, we basted with its own fat. We basted with our glaze the last 10 degrees. We did everything perfect according to all the recipes I looked at. I combined them all, grabbed the flavors that I like, and put it together. But this is the Lazy Man's version. I'm going to try the meat right now. But before I try the meat, I want to try that. I got a piece of an apple here that's saturated with the Hennessy, the seasoning, the fat from the goose. Let's give it a try. So rich. I can't eat it anymore. Way rich. I can taste a little bit of the brown sugar, a little bit of the citrus, a little bit of the cinnamon. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's the test right here. I think I like this better than chicken. This tastes better than chicken. More flavor. I think I'm going to go buy a duck now. The glaze is perfect. The basting is perfect. The inside fruit is perfect. Everything came out delicious. For my very first time cooking a goose, I'm pretty impressed. This came out golden brown. Came out perfect. Everything cooked up well. Right to temperature. If you guys want to try it, go to your store and order it ahead of time. They can have it shipped in. And then you go pick it up, all right? But I think you're going to like this. Earlier, I cooked the heart and the gizzard, and that was way better than chicken heart and gizzards. I don't know if you guys eat the giblets, but I roasted them up with some seasoning. Came out really good. All right, guys. I'm going to snack on this. I love you guys. And let me know how your goose, if you do it, turns out. All right? Take care.